Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. We're going to jump into queue here. I noticed something funny. You guys don't care, but I can make my mouse cursor disappear. Look at this. You guys can't see it at all. It turns out that the recording software only captures the cursor when this window is in focus. And I started a recording a moment ago where I didn't have this window focused. I had this recording software focused. I was like, what? My mouse is all messed up. So I had to start over. I don't know. Oof. I mean, it's rough for someone out of the top 200 to be fighting EN, but... yeah, this does not look good at all. I think EN is about to finish winning this game. Let's go watch something else. We're matched against the system. And one day, perhaps even today, we will play that game. In the meantime, please enjoy this ambient music. Alright, here we go. Base plus 5, 45 seconds. A lot of legendary units. Wow. What's the deal here? Honestly, like, Urban Sentry kind of looks like the star of the show. As protecting against threat. Which all of these other units are threat units. I mean, Odin, you know, is also a value unit. And Winter is fine value, but if it's only killing Urbans, it's not quite so great. I don't know. Do you like try to get a Windsor and then get a third forge for Odin to time with the Windsor? That's pretty nuts. I think even though Urban Sentry is like great, you probably still want a Windsor. It's just like a good attacker. The problem is, like, the Windsor gives you red, which, like, are Tarsiers good? I guess they're okay. I never, like, learned any Windsor lines. Let's just look up what the wiki has to say. Or is this... have I looked before and it doesn't mention openings? Yeah, it doesn't. Very funny. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, wiki. I mean, you need a lot of money to spend all this tech, and so I think it is a third entity kind of thing. Just because you need a Windsor, and just like rushing out Urbans and Tarsiers is not going to beat that, I think. Opponent doesn't agree, which is fine. They're going to get an Urban here, so I'll be ready with a wall, I suppose. If I wanted to snap out a Windsor, it would be CBA, right? Which is 15. And to get an Urban along with that, I can't drone here. I have to cut a drone. Is that worth? No, I don't need the conduit. I just need the blast forge. Ah, so BA Urban fits, right? Yeah, and I can even get another drone. I think that's what I'm gonna try. I mean, Urbans are gonna be good against this, but I think you just can't not get it. Rhino already, huh? I guess so it'll be... You only get to click it once before my Windsor, right? I really want to be able to build more urbans than this. But I guess walls will be fine soon. Ugh. I can't... I need NGs. Yeah, that Rhino was pretty good, I think, that my opponent got just then. I mean, I could do this, I guess. This way we're attacking for 4 next turn, which is a little bit awkward, and I still have this NG. Oh my god, they got the Mega Drone. What am I even thinking? I mean, I'm attacking for 4 too. I can do that. It's probably good. I just sort of lucked into it. Huh. Okay, well, here's getting some more attack out there. I mean, clearly it's not much of a breach threat, but we do, like, kill a lot of attack, right? 24, they get to keep 6 alive, that's probably just 2 urbans, right? So they lose both of these rhinos. Or they can keep 2 rhinos, but at any rate, they only get to keep 3 attackers, including the one they absorb on, right? So they're losing 4 attack. They have 19. Okay, I mean, this is sort of the most I can do. It looks pretty good for me. I have a lot more, like, backline attack. I'm not sure how that happened. No, this is the best you can do. I don't know. You could sack an urban instead of a rhino to get more soak lying around if you wanted. I don't know why exactly that would be so great. What? Like, this way you have an NG and a dead rhino instead of an urban? That seems worse. What is happening over there? So anyway, I only get to keep 2 health alive, which is a rhino. Plus the urban, of course. Six is not really an exploit. 7 certainly isn't, and 8 is the most I can do, so sure. Uh, 8 is killing 2 walls, yeah, okay. So they're not losing any attack. I actually can defend that without having to build any more walls. Could do this. Four, 7, 9. Yeah, they're still not losing any attack. Fine. So here they get to keep 5 alive. That's 1 urban and 1 rhino, plus the urban they keep. So they get to keep 3 of their 7 attack. They're losing 4. They have 19. Hang on. So 19. Is me keeping 6 alive. That's my 2 urbans. Okay. Seems pretty good still. Okay, good. I feel really bad about that Mega Drone play. I had completely forgotten about Mega Drone. I saw my opponent lining up to attack for 4, and I was like, oh, that's so awkward. It's going to kill 2 engineers. But... And then in response, I, like, accidentally set up a Mega Drone. Oh, boy. Like, what? How do I ever win a game? Is my question to you guys, if this is how I play. I think the answer is, like, I got the first Windsor, right? And I built more long-term attackers somehow? I mean, Urban is good against Windsor, but having, like, 3 of them mown down in the prime of their lives, like, still kind of sucks, right? 2 or whatever. It made my opponent's counter Windsor. I don't know, like, let's look at how things were before we each fired a Windsor, right? What's the situation? I have 8 permanent attack. We'll say permanent, even though, like, sometimes it loses, you know, you lose an urban, but 8. My opponent has 5. How did that happen? Economy, I'm up. That's the real question, is like, okay, sure, firing the Windsor killed off some of my opponent's attack, and it was great being first to that, but I was up like 3 attack even before that happened, and I don't know how. I mean, I guess, like, I bought red first, right? My opponent was investing sizable chunks of their economy and technology into urban sentries, which are fine, but they cost 5, and you can only build 1 per turn, roughly. Whereas, like, Tarsiers are cheaper. And, like, the front-loadedness of Urban Sentry doesn't matter so much when we're at relatively low attack numbers. I guess that's part of the problem, is they churned out 3 Urbans right away, which, like, didn't do anything for several turns because I just built a wall. While I was sort of working more on my economy and getting to Windsor faster, which somehow let me have, like, I bought a Tarsier instead of a Rhino when I got my Windsor, which I guess my opponent got the Rhino because of Mega Drone, which is good, I guess, but they somehow got into the spot where they needed a Rhino for Mega Drone, and I somehow got into a spot where I just needed to buy things I wanted anyway for a Mega Drone. You can tell I just needed them anyway because I didn't realize I was buying a Mega Drone. Yeah, I don't know. just sort of like mysteriously good things happened to me. Was it good fundamentals or just, I don't know, lucking into the right? I mean, sometimes those are kind of the same thing. It's like if you have good fundamentals, you try to spend your stuff and, you know, defend, and if you do that, even if you have no real clear idea of where the site is going, you'll win against weaker players. And I'm not saying here the system is a weaker player by any means, but like, you know, if I played against some random guy from tier 7 or whatever, it doesn't really matter if I miss some synergy in the set. I'm just going to win most of the time because I have, you know, a better idea of how to piece things together, how to, you know, do the small things right. And so maybe, like, I don't know, good fundamentals happen to get me to a Mega Drone position and with more attackers, but I don't think so. I think that I just sort of lucked into it. I don't know. Kind of weird to have ended up with like 5 more attack than my opponent and not have an explanation of why. Like, that's a gigantic difference. And I think it's because they bought so many Urbans. Which is funny, because that's what I wanted to do, but I couldn't. Maybe I was more like... When did I float tech? That's an interesting question. Not here, and not on the Windsor turn, so that's already a point in my favor. My opponent didn't float on the Windsor turn, but on the next turn did have to float, right, on the Mega Drone turn. Here, on my Mega Drone turn, I floated a red just as my opponent did, so that seems about the same. I don't know. Just bizarre. How did I get to such a crushing victory? Who knows? Anyway, I guess that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.